This video is going to be about how CRM works, and this video is for the small businesses, startups, as well as entrepreneurs or solopreneurs who are just starting and are not aware about CRM. The need for this video came from my visits to various associations, various clubs and groups where I went to present about different CRMs, and I learned that the basic CRM concepts are still kind of alien to many. So I realized it could not be that just one country. There could be many other countries and many entrepreneurs who are just starting and they don't know about CRM, or maybe they have heard about CRM but they don't know what it really does. So that's what this video is going to be about. It's going to be about how CRM really works. We'll come up with what is CRM as well in the same video. But yes, this is what we are going to focus on. So let's start. So to start with, every business has two levels. Of course, one is the customer facing, and the other one is business facing, which is mostly the back end. Customer facing is taken care by CRM, which is called customer relationship management, and back end processes um, are taken mostly care of by ERP, right? But again, ERP is being used by mid-size or enterprise level companies. For small businesses, they don't use ERP. But what it does is ERP takes care of maybe HR, finance processes, or inventory. There could be many other back-end processes which ERP takes care of. But CRM takes care of the sales, marketing, and service processes. So this just keep this thing in mind that customer facing is what taken care of by the CRM. How businesses are using right now and how they progress. What is the natural progression? They started with normal registers, physical registers. Then they moved to Excel or Google Sheets, and then now they are progressing toward many businesses are progressing towards CRM, but most of them are stuck here, right? Because of many issues or apprehensions about and maybe doubts about CRM, and this is what we're going to clear here. So CRM once again takes care of sales, marketing, and service processes. And it's in what it does inside sales, service, and marketing. Let's see. In sales, there are many processes like deal management. Any deal that you strike with any kind of a customer, you have basically pipelines. These are also processes. We are going to discuss about these details later on in the other videos, right? Deals, pipelines, and we have tasks. We have about management, about the sales team, and all that. For marketing, it's divided into offline and online. Online is basically digital marketing where we say we have Google ads, Facebook ads, WhatsApp marketing or email marketing, right? And offline is maybe offline events that companies do, going visiting different places. So yeah, these are all the marketing basic marketing processes, right? And in services, mostly the most basic term would be complaint management. I'll give you an example how this works. In service, there are other things as well, like for example, knowledge base and etc. But we are not going to discuss it. We are going to discuss it in other videos. So there is one person, right? A customer or a client, who you sell, sales service or maybe a product. You need to have the first name, last name, your phone number, email or address. These are the basic details that everyone has, right? You actually store inside the CRM. But nowadays what happens is that companies also want to know about how they are behaving, right? So for example, have they clicked any email, right? Have they bought any product in past or in service in past? How have they rated about the product and service? Have they ever raised any complaint, right? So basically these are the kind of information which is related to sales, service, and marketing. This is sales, this is marketing, and this is service. It's all stored inside one database. It could be any CRM. We call it CRM. Most companies, they buy good CRMs, but they use mostly as only as CRM, is a kind of a, I would say, information repository. They don't use it as such. But having all this information about any customer or any client inside CRM is actually like having, kind of a gold of information. You can use it for many different purposes. You can use it for upsell. You can use it for cross sell. You can use them to get reviews, right? And you can connect CRM with multiple other tools. Like for example, we can connect nowadays using AI. It could be a chat GPT, or maybe it could be Claude, any other tool. They all have access to the CRM. Either they have native extensions or native extensions to connect to CRM, or you can use using API. It gets a bit technical here, but yes, once you connect about any AI with CRM, you get to know a lot of information. The information could be divided into behavior information, right? Purchase information, right? There could be many other ways you can CRM can be used. It's all about getting more creative about it. So this is how CRMs are being used, connected to the AI. I can give you multiple examples. I'll show in some other videos as well exactly how I'm connected Claude with Zoho, or also HubSpot, or also CRM, or sorry, Salesforce, and what kind of information I'm getting out of that. So, for example, maybe we can talk about, we can give it a prompt to Claude saying that, hey, go and fetch inside my CRM. Let me know who all have higher chances of opportunity of buying my next product, right? So you give a prompt to the AI, and the AI is going to come back to you saying that, hey, these are the kind of people who you can reach out using your marketing. As a matter of fact, what I've also done, and I'll show you in my next video, is that I have also made the AI not just fetch the information, but also draft an email and send it to the prospects using APIs and connectivity. So yes, this is what CRMs are basically being used for nowadays, and this is how you can also use CRM, right? And yes, this is what it is in its most basic form. We're going to discuss about the tools later. I mean, tools are not important right now. It completely depends upon what kind of business you have currently and how what it can actually grow to, right? So that's what it really is. It might appear very basic, but yes, it is very basic. I've made it very basic. I have implemented around 300 CRM so far, and I'm working on many high-end projects. I've been doing it since last 10 years, and I find it really surprising when I visit any associations or any training center to give a training. People are still stuck on Excel sheets. They are still stuck on Google Sheets, and they really want to know about CRM, and I really want them to know about CRM. This is very very important because modern day business cannot function without a CRM. Stop using Google Sheets. Stop using Excel sheets. Move to a CRM. There are free CRMs available. You can just start any day. We'll talk about that in the next video. Share and like this video if you get any value from this. Thank you.